He is everywhere. Scott Drew, Baylor's national championship head coach, was in Phoenix. I thought I saw him there with a picture with Ish Wainwright. He was on the Today Show earlier today with the book, of course, The Road to Joy. And both, we have two copies on the set here at Sikkim 365 Radio. Scott Drew joins us. Book signings on May the 10th and the 14th at the Baylor Bookstore, and then the Silos, the Magnolia. And Scott, now you're an author, huh?
Well, I'm an author with a lot of help from Don Yeager, okay? So if I was an author, it'd be just a picture book, all right? So we got words in there.
What was this obviously, one, something that makes a lot of sense, whether you had won the national championship or not, but did that allow this to even be more timing, better timing because of last year's success?
God's timing is always perfect, and I know when we went to the first NCAA tournament in 2008, 5 years after we took the job, some people thought, "Hey, can you write a book?" And then after you go to the Elite Eight in 2010, can you write a book? In 2013, when you win the NIT, when we got to the first #1 ranking, but to me, once we won it all, it was time to do two things. And first and foremost, give all the honor and glory to God who gave us this platform and has blessed our program. And then the second thing is a chance to grow the Baylor family and let people just understand what our community is about, what our players are about, the administration, and everyone that's contributed to this culture and winning program.
Scott, this is not a book that is, a biography or a straight-up basketball book. Obviously, it has some of those elements in it, but this is more of kind of your philosophy on things, right? And is that the kind of book you would have always wanted to write? Is one that you could kind of share how you do what you do at Baylor?
Well, to me, it's winning the game of life, and when you're doing things in God's will, how He can bless things. And for us, there's a lot of times in coaching, people want to know what play, what defense, what. But in life, we all deal with struggles, we all deal with success, we all deal with adversity, and just how you build a team, how you interact with people. And we have the culture of joy, Jesus, others, yourself. I mean, the greatest commandment, love your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, love your neighbors, yourself. And if you're serving others and you're helping other people reach their goals and dreams, and you're a part of something bigger than yourself, it's easy to want to be a part of that culture and be a part of that team.
You know, when you were in the national tournament, when you won the Big 12, you sent everybody, like anyone who had ever played there under you, certain things, even some that had covered you or supported you or whatever. How much do you keep little notes or a diary or something for you to remember as much as you do?
I'm laughing because, when your parents tell you something, especially when you're younger, you remember it, and then after a while you're like, it's really not important. So the first 3 years we were at Baylor, my dad said, keep notes so you got this for a book one day,
Right.
and I did that for the first 3 years. After that, I got time for the notes. So anyway, I need to be much better at that. But to me, why I coach and what gives me the most joy is seeing other people acknowledge, recognize, feeling good about themselves. I mean, to me, like the parade and the past players going first and all the fans seeing their excitement and joy. I mean, that's really what motivates me. So to be able to give back with them and let them share in big moments, especially that's what a team's about as well. As normally after a game, people interview the leading scorer, but it took a lot more people for that leading scorer to be able to be interviewed, and just making sure everyone's recognized and appreciated. And that's something that I love to do personally.
What was your favorite part of the process of putting the book together?
Coaches very, very seldom get a chance to reflect. I mean, every day there's a new crisis or new thing to tend to. People want to know what coaches do. Season's over. What are you doing now? It's like raising kids, right? I mean, their basketball season might be over. Their baseball season might be over. But when you have kids, And we got remember now we got 13 of them, then a couple walk-ons and GAs. And man, when you got 25 in the family, let alone all your staff, there's always things to keep you busy, and you don't really get a chance to reflect. And when to me, my memory's not the best, but obviously Don talked to our past coaches and everybody else, and he'd bring up, do you remember this? And I'm like, how did I remember that? But it gave you a chance to reflect and acknowledge just what and all the people that were a part of the process and journey, and things that they were able to contribute to. And at the same time, just a behind the scenes look at some of the things and how we operate our program. And hopefully it helps inspire, motivate, lead somebody to, hey, that's a great idea, because the smart take from the strong. So you always want to improve what you do.
Coach, there's a lot of players, a lot of great stories. I would certainly say Ish Wainwright is one of those. We saw you out there visiting him the other night as the Suns took on the Mavericks and got themselves a win. What's it been like to see his journey and to see where he is right now?
Well, I mean, Ish is one of the all-time best leaders I've had the privilege and honor to coach, and he's somebody that is such a great teammate. I'm laughing because I tell her when we're playing in the season, if you can't play, you're injured, you should have a hoarse voice after the game, because you're giving everything you can to help your teammates. And very seldom does anyone ever have a hoarse voice but the coach, because we're usually yelling at the officials, right? So after the game, I'm talking to Ish, and obviously he didn't play that game, and he could barely talk because he was hoarse from how much energy and how much effort he gives to supporting his teammates. And I mean, there's a reason why the teams he's on usually are successful. And he's just a great energy giver, a great leader, so selfless, and teams benefit that he's on.
The book, The Road to Joy, on Tuesday of next week, noon until 2 at the Baylor University Bookstore. At the Silos on Saturday, May 14th, will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The book, The Road to Joy. You will be traveling, I believe, this weekend. I have been fortunate enough to develop a little bit of a relationship with Dick Vitale, not like you and many others, but he always talked about wanting you to come see him at the gala, a fundraiser, as you know, for cancer, and we know what Dickie V has been through. I believe that this weekend is going to be a big weekend for you as far as being honored as well. What does that mean to you?
Well, I've been to his gala several times, and you laugh, you cry, you think, just like Coach Valvano said in his famous speech. But most of all, you raise money for a great cause. And I know Dick wants the goal $7 million this year, and it's amazing just what he's been able to do and help with the fight versus cancer. I know I was with Bob Valvano, and he said he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, but he's fine because of all the medical advances, in large part from the Jimmy V Foundation and everyone contributing to the fight against cancer. So again, he's done a lot, but Dick Vitale has got a heart of gold. I mean, he's an unbelievable ambassador for college basketball, and he's someone that's made a difference in not only college basketball, though, this world, and especially just how much he cares for people. So I always love when he's on your show, because I know that means we got a big game coming up.
That's exactly
that
right.
Means he's on it. And you know what? Usually the last couple of years when he's on games, we do well.
Yep.
So that's a good thing, too.
There's no question about that.
Well, the last game he did on television before he had to go into treatment was you guys. So, like right now, he's on
He was a game-time decision, too, before that game. I remember they didn't know if he was going to be able to be here. And then afterwards he came in and danced in the locker room, congratulated our guys. So, yeah, that was awesome.
What will you do as far as the roster you have? Are you set now going forward? Is everything pretty much locked in, or do you have to – what about the timeline with Matthew Meyer in the transfer portal?
Well, first of all, nothing is ever set in college basketball, so that's number one.
Yep.
Number two, with right now, players have till June 1st to decide if they're staying in the draft or coming back to college. So we'll see what decisions what decisions Adam make in the near future here. But obviously, we've been really blessed to have players that have opportunities to reach their goals and dreams. And people say, well, do you want them back? We want them back. And of course we do. But at the same time, our job is also to help them reach their goals and dreams. And if they are able to do that, well, then we've done our job. At the same time, if they don't, you always love to have them back until they're ready to go.
Coach, I don't think we've talked to you since you made some staff changes. Obviously, you had to. Coach Brooks getting the great opportunity there at K-State and so on. But
Tang,
excuse me. Jared Nunes.
Yeah, you don't take Brooks.
Yeah, no.
they got Tang, but that's it.
Yeah, no. my fault on that. But, Jared Nunes.
Elbow him, Smokey.
Alvin Brooks now associate head coach, co-associate head coach, along with John Jacobs, and then bringing Tweety Carter into the program. Just your thoughts on the staff movements, bringing Tweety back, and just kind of reshaping this thing.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, can't thank Coach Tang enough for what he's done for not only Baylor basketball, but our university and community. Him and his family will be forever grateful. We'll cheer for him every game except for hopefully 2 when we face them, 3 if we play them in the conference tournament, 4 if it's in the NCAA tournament. But other than that, we'll be cheering for him. And then with Coach Jacobs and Coach Brooks, they've earned that position. And the way we do things on staff, it's our team. It's not my way or the highway. And so those guys contribute so much of our success and what we've already done. So excited for them, and then really excited for Coach Nunes, because it's a new role, new opportunity for him, and he's been outstanding and a big part of our success over the years. And then bringing Tweety Carter back, I mean, scored 74 points in a high school game, all-time winning unofficial high school score. Because remember, he played varsity ball when he was 3 years old, I think. But actually, in 7th grade, I think he was in playing varsity ball in Louisiana, and then first McDonald's All-American schools history. But even more than that, the last few years he played overseas and professional career for 12 years. And I thought we were going to lose him to the Oklahoma Thunder, because once he got done, he went and did a tryout with them, and they said, we can't keep him, but we'd like to hire him as a coach. And at that point, I was like, nah, you need to keep playing if you want to play. And he wanted to play. So 12 years later, he's been back in the community. He loves Waco, spends the summer times in here, has his family here. So really excited to have him back. He'll bring a lot of energy, enthusiasm, excitement. And he's just like so many of us out there, and that is, you cut him and he bleeds green. So he loves Baylor.
Well, Coach, I was gonna ask you about Tweety specifically, but you kind of covered. But I don't know if I've ever met anybody who's maybe made to be a coach given his path more than Tweety Carter is.
Yeah, and again, he was an unbelievable leader in 2010 to help lead that team, him and Epe to the Elite Eight, and we lost to Duke, who won it all and could have won a national championship that year possibly. And but Tweety's somebody that's unbelievable human being, great encourager, loves young people, and so I know we're excited about having him a part of the program. And it's great getting some of our past players now that are finishing up playing, seeing what they're doing in life, and helping them with the second careers.
Yeah, they come back, they work out at your place. It's the family, as you mentioned. Scott, one more thing. How many different segments are you doing today, whether television, Zoom, radio, phone, whatever, promoting your book?
Matt's just telling me what I have next. So I think there's 6 or 8 of them, but none more than important than this one. All right, we can't thank you guys enough for what you've done for us and how you help our program and make Baylor and Central Texas such a fun place to be in. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Plus, I'm looking down in the gym, and Maceo Teague's in there working out. And you talk about a family, and By the way, wait till you see him, Smokey. His beard is as long as I saw yours back in the day. So I don't think he's cut it since he left.
I wonder, Maceo with the beard.
Like
okay.
Not James Harden looking beard. Not one of those where you can hide animals and stuff in it.
Send him down the street when he's done. I got to see this.
Not that long, though. Yeah, not that long, but it is long.
Scott, thank you again. Congratulations on the book. Good luck. I know the book signings will be pounding that over the next few days. Thanks for your time. Congratulations. Look forward to talking more basketball with you as well.
Appreciate you guys. Take care. Thank you.
Baylor men's basketball coach Scott Drew. The book, again, The Road to Joy. I went by today, went to Barnes & Noble, walked in the door. There was a setup there. I can't remember exactly. It was not far. It took me like about 30 seconds. Grabbed a couple of books, went to the front. I think they're somewhere around $28 to $30 a piece. Book signings again, Tuesday next week, noon until 2 at the Baylor University Bookstore. And then following a week from Saturday, the 14th, from 11 to 1 at the historic barn at the Silos. Scott Drew and the book, The Road to Joy. All right, we have more to get to as well.